Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Space Engineers. Today we're going to be working on the hangar section over here and then some other things if we have time. One thing that you may notice is that I've expanded the area that the hangar used to encompass, basically because I did some calculations and found out that if I was having it at the original size, which was one smaller in each dimension, it wouldn't actually work as well as I'd want it to. Mainly because I'd need hangar doors done properly. I would need... Basically, the drone would be very... Well, it would take up like a lot of room, and there would not be much room to maneuver around it. Whereas, if I do it like this, then we have more room to maneuver around it. And, you know, stops us from colliding with the ship every 10 minutes. Or seconds rather. I've done some more deconstruction on the red ship. You can see the top bit is now completely exposed and the rear bit here is getting exposed, but there's a cockpit here which I may want to use instead of the front section, basically so that I can maintain control. So I've installed a couple of mods. These would be other than stuff which I'm not going to show you because that's not relevant today. We have the maglock surface. We have the maglock stuff, which is basically a landing gear, but it takes up one block, and it's like a maglock. It has a longer range than a landing gear. And actually, a landing gear has range. So if a block comes to this area, then it will get hit. If I go like this and zoom in a bit, if a block goes here, it will get caught by the... do that. If a block gets here, it gets caught by the landing gear, whereas it should really be here. But what the maglock allows you to do is it allows you to be further away, and also it takes up a smaller footprint, and it's actually better than having landing gear. So we can. There are two different aesthetic styles. There's a maglock surface and a maglock pad. We are going to include a maglock on here and on the drone. We're going to do some wherever the hell the drone is. I do not know. Let me check. Down there. Yes, drone's there. Say hi, drone. He doesn't really respond on our wavelength. And so we've got the maglocks, and then we've got two hangar... well, we've got three really, but these mods are to do with hangars. The hangar gate kind of thing. So we've got the extended hangar door, which is the extended version of the vanilla one, as you can see. And then you've got this other one, which is just regular hangar doors, but they extend longer. Now the difference between these two, they're at the same length, which is 15 meters, which is the gap here, by the way. Both of these footprints will fit here and will seal it. So look, red here, green here. Get the other one, and I actually no. Yeah, this one won't fit. That's kind of annoying. Okay, give me a second. I did not account for that. So I need a 10 and a 1. So basically, we have two ways of doing this. We can either have a hangar door here, if I flip it the right way around, here, and then we have, so the end bit's here, by the way, and then we have the other one, which will not fit. Okay, right. Screw that. We've got this one. This is the hangar door type that we're going to be using. I haven't actually seen it in action, so that may be a problem. So let me just flip it over, place it in the right location, and then we're going to weld it together. Which is why I've brought this thing over here. It also requires power cells, which is not the most abundant thing in the universe, except on my space station, but that is long gone. Yeah, so I'm going to weld this up and see how this looks like, and we'll be back in a second to do some more. Okay, after faffing around for a while, I have found... well, no, I remembered that you require power to be able to do this. Right. So, instead of doing that, we're going to divert our attention to another thing that we actually need on this ship, which is the power core. So we're just going to take the private sail, head back to the engineering bay, and we'll do that. Because we were also going to do stuff in the engineering bay. Don't crash, you... Oh god, right. Get out. This thing will drift into position anyway. Right, so in this engineering bay, what we need to do is we need to add a reactor. Luckily, there's this exposed reactor here, which will do nicely. I kept this stuff attached to this stuff so that nothing bad will happen. No, I haven't. Give me a second. Jake said something wrong, and therefore is going to have to fix what he just said. Otherwise, bad things will happen. Right, attach it here. Right, good. I should be able to take this away without bad things from happening. Well, this entire section disappearing into the ether, because that would not be productive. So I'm just going to liberate the uranium storage that it had, and I'm also going to throw away anything else I don't need. So that will be my gun, the drill. How much is my hydrogen? Hydrogen is at good levels, so I'll get rid of the hydrogen one as well. So this is so that I don't have to do too many trips carrying around a stupid reactor with me. So we need a large reactor. Large reactor. There we go. And I just need to pick this up. Yeah. Pick it up as you do, and then place it down. That's as simple as it is. Okay. I also want it orientated in the correct direction. So if we flip it this way, that means we have conveyor access points on all four sides that are actually consequential. We'll have a tank over here that will have a cargo access to the bridge for later. Well, really for the medical bay, but yeah. So I'm just going to take several trips to get to do that, and then whilst doing that I'll talk about what else we are going to do. So this episode we've got to do the hangar doors, which I will like weld off camera because it'll take forever, or I could, you know, monologue. Then we've also got to get a kind of bridge section up, so like a control station, all that sorts of things. There's another private sale over there. I also need to start construction under jump drive. Yeah, basically do the things in this back and front section, and then that will be good. And then what we focus on next time would be the armoring of the ship itself and the thrusters that go together with it. So all the thrusters except these, because those are already, well, these aren't already done. We've got to liberate all these other thrusters. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to be here for about 10 minutes just transporting reactor components, because reactor components take up too much inventory space. So I will be back in a second. And through the magic of video editing, we have ourselves one large reactor which has no fuel. But wait, I have fuel. Everything's fueled. Excellent. Oh, and because the hangar bay increased in size, I got rid of the walkway that was here, which means that we should be able to do things fine. Why am I stuck in... That was violent. Okay then. Right, I don't know what just happened, but I seem to spontaneously combust. There's my welder. Had some pretty valuable tools on my body. Yeah, that was a bit weird. Oh well. Yeah, so we can go straight through to here. Now that we've got power, what we can do is we can turn on the hangar door. That is, you know, if I can do things properly, close it, and it will extend. Doo doo doo. Kind of cool. I know it shouldn't work in theory, but it does. I don't know how. But yeah, it's gameplay. So what we need to do now is we need like a ton of them across here, and that's it. Yeah. Alternatively, we could get 7. No, because that's an odd number. Hangar size. Good point. Yeah. Well, I was thinking we could have 2, but no, that's not going to work. So I've got that ahead of me, which will be fine. Next thing that we want to do is get the maglocks. Good. we need to test out the maglock surfaces, and we're going to use that on the attack drone because that's going to be much easier to test. So we need, well, if I go place 9 of them, I need, so that's 50, so 50 times 9, 450, which is not the amount that I'm going to get. I'm just going to get 300. I'll come back for the others, and then it'll be on the bottom side. This should actually allow the drone to capture enemy ships properly. Yeah. These are actually injured. Interesting. Looks like I didn't actually properly repair it. And have I? No. Good. I was thinking that I used up some of my stuff. So, I'm going to place 6, well not 6, 7 maglock surfaces, each of which I will then weld and then go back to get the construction components. And I think I have enough steel plate for them. The answer is no. I need about 15, 25 more, yes. So I just need to get 25 more steel plate, and then I need 70 construction components, and then we should have our maglock. So 25, 70. So if we head over to our drone, we're going to be replacing its weapon systems in the future so that it will, you know, be easier to use. Right, so I've got maglock surfaces here, and they look shiny. I'm going to paint them because I can. That didn't work for some reason. Let me go to 1, paint, so I need some of them black, which are these. I love how everything's paintable, just paint everything. And then I need the dark red, paint those, good. And now that should be proper with the ship. Now if these were full blocks, then I would also place more on there, but they're not. Okay, so I'm going to place myself over here, yeah, so that we have some sort of external camera. And then hopefully we're in contact range. I then need to access the remote control, and now I'm controlling. So I just need to flip over. Good. So what we need to do, maglock surfaces, we're going to group them as maglock, and then we're going to show in terminal off. Good. Maglock. So now if we go to the toolbar, we can now find the group of maglocks and have them toggled on off. No. Technically, they are parking, so I should be able to just move in and then use P to park, because they are landing gears. They are classed as landing gears. So just go slowly. Okay, slowly. Actually, I'm just going to see. Yeah, get rid of the auto lock. That thing is annoying. Okay, now we get out of this, go back in, because for some reason it does that. And then we're just going to move backwards so that I can actually see myself, or actually see what I'm doing. And then we descend. Watch in the bottom right where landing gears goes to 7 in proximity. Once that happens, then we activate the lock. 5, 6, 7. Lock. We are locked. And so if I try to move backward, for example, I can't, because I'm attached to an asteroid. But if we weren't, then it would move it, because those are large ship, small thrusters. It's confusing. But now we have maglock, which means that this ship will actually be able to slow down ships that it encounters. And look at that. Look at the thing. I can go in between here, and for some reason the iron from my body isn't being, you know, torn out of my blood cells. Out of my blood vessels, rather, because I want to be correct, though I might have been correct beforehand, but biology is not my strong suit. That would be physics. Yeah. And also, my suit has metal on it, otherwise I wouldn't have thrusters, and, you know, that would have been terrifying. But good. Even though those maglocks connect to non-magnetic surfaces as well, it wouldn't... the physics are questionable, but maglock surfaces we have, and also they're very sleek. I mean, they're in line with the ship. It's amazing. So, now that we have now that oh god, now that we've demonstrated that the attack drone can have maglocks, yeah, attack drone has maglocks, excellent. We can also place maglocks onto here so that we can have a ship that doesn't have well, no, that's not really needed. No. Ignore what I said earlier. This will be fine. So what I need to do, hangar doors, done, and then I need to do the walls and ceiling, and that's fine. I'm also going to do some kind of balcony here, and then I'm going to do some walkway here. You know what? Using, give me a second. These catwalks. So if I flip it over to these ones, we basically have a line of these going all the way across here. And there we have the doors, which should be good. And then I need an air vent as well, which I believe we can place here. Yeah, because here is going to be a refinery thing, a refinery conveyor point. So, hangar design is now complete, even though it looks absolutely terrible. Give me a second. I will throw in the others to make it look better if I have. Yes, I do. Right, so turn the colour back to the regular. We will do colourings later. So basically all the way across there, these should work. And so whenever the ship needs to leave, it just needs to go up a bit and then fly out. Everything is good. Now, on to the fun thing. Well, that was kind of fun, but onto here. For the interior of this engine room, we actually need a way to get up and down, and I believe, if I've done it correctly, I have a ladder. No, I don't. Okay. I decided to skimp on the ladder because I didn't like it. There is actually a cooler way that we could do it, but that way is going to require me adding another mod. But it's basically a grav walk, so it's a gravity walk which you can walk on, and then it allows you to walk on walls, and then you just go up, because it's a path, you go up, and then you come around here and you get off. That would be cool, and it would be sci-fi and completely weird, but it would work. But anyway, what we need are the following. Yes, we'll use these because I don't need that, or that, or that, or that. I don't need the large reactor or the control panel. Actually, no. Let's get the reactor anyway because we're going to place one down if we have room. So, we need an oxygen tank. This. Oh, they're actually quite small. Interesting. We also need a hydrogen tank if we're having oxygen tanks. Even though we might have thrusters that use hydrogen, but not to begin with. So, if we place... right, we've got a cargo thing here. Now we open this thing up, and we place a hydrogen tank, and then all we need is a connector in between those. Well, a connector pipe between those, and those should work. I won't weld it today because that would take a significant amount of time. Okay, so we've got a hydrogen tank, we've got the reactor, we also need a jump drive. Jump drive, there we go. So if we place the jump drive, place it like this, yeah? Then what we can do is we can place, that's not going to work. No, it's not. Okay. I thought I was going to be smart, but instead, not so much. Because what I was trying to do is have oxygen tanks like this, but there isn't access to that kind of thing. We actually only need like one oxygen tank, so that's not going to be a problem. If I place it like this, no, that still looks weird. Oh, things that don't add up are annoying. Alternatively, I could move the hydrogen tank over this way by one, have the oxygen tank there. Now, it would like destroy the symmetry of what I'm trying to create, but that happened anyway with the jump drive. Good, really. I really was hoping that that did not crash. Flip that around this way. Good. Oxygen tank, hydrogen tank, everybody's happy. We can get the bits from the red ship, which I'm possibly pointing in the wrong direction. No, I'm pointing in the right one. Okay. So, we had a list, if I remember. We need a jump drive, we need the tanks for the oxygen and hydrogen, we need a reactor. That's kind of it. So, we're going to place another reactor here, which will be welded up when needed. And then I'll deal with the conveyor tube required. Okay. Next thing that we need, and that's going to be a pain, is I need to actually open this up. Put a thing here. Everything's good. So that will be where our conveyor tube will go. I need to remember to weld that up. That means everything in this room is now connected, even though they're on different sides. This jump drive will now work, he says, and we now have room for the grav walk that I said earlier, which will allow me to go up here and do weird things. Excellent. So now to the bridge. The bridge I'm going to have to weld the top of here, but basically what we need is Control 4. We need a medical room to respawn in. We'll do the transition of medical room from the red ship to here when we've done with getting all the primary, well, all the systems operational. Well, no, we can do that next episode, but I need to do it at a good time, you know, without a pirate attacking me, because that would be very bad. Right, what do we also need? We need a cockpit or a control console, control station. We also need a cargo container access point, which will be placed some sort of area, possibly here. There might be a good idea. So we need a medical bay, which will be placed around here, and then we can have the cargo container in there. Except that I've been stupid and I haven't done that properly. And in order to rectify it, I would have to destroy the reactor and build it back up again. Good work there. So instead I'll place it here, because this one has done it no, you haven't done it correctly either. Oh, I thought this was going to look fabulous, but it isn't. Well, I'll deal with that later. So we need a just do things, man. Right, so we need this. In order to do that, we need a control station. In order to do that, we need an interior plate. Fun. Right. We'll do more of the bridge next episode, because I imagine that this is going to take a while to actually design it the way I want to, and also I've got blocks to weld. So, next episode, bridge and armor and thrusters, depending on if we have enough time. This episode we've done the hangar, which is kind of cool. Well, not done the hangar, we've designed the hangar. So yeah, last thing I need to do is actually place the airlock thing, because the airlock thing has that on the edge, and that should be able to work. Place the air vent there, and in fact no, we're going to place the air vent. I need another. Why do things require interior plates? Why can't they just have steel plates as their regular construction thing? It would be so much easier. Right, get these. So what we need is a conveyor junction here, and then place the air vent. And then I'll place air vents in the manufacturing bay and the bridge and engineering section. Until then, oh god, we're actually under attack. So I'm going to deal with those, and we'll be back in the next episode. Until then, my name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.